Islamic art has
It's fine, dude. Yeah.
Islamic art has many components. For instance, calligraphy, a very important portion of Islamic art, used in the Quran and in other such places. It is practiced by many Muslims and is very important to their culture. Geometric patterns are also a large part of the religious aspect of Islam, because they did not want to show any pictures of the Prophet or any secular images, so they often had to resort to using shapes and other such patterns, like geometric methods. What the hell? Shut up, Tyler, we're trying to film. Islamic art. It is a great thing. There are other forms of Islamic art that are more secular, but they have a strong inclination to separate secular and religious art. They don't want any mixing between the two, so they often leave secular scenes outside of mosques, and they leave geometric patterns inside, and so that's why you don't see much art inside mosques. Yeah. This geometric style of art is known as the arabesque style of art, and it is meant to portray the transcendent and infinite nature of Allah in the Muslim faith.
Music has traditionally been one of the more controversial issues in Islam, because some of the more orthodox members think of music as a popular and more secular art that should be separated from the faith and not incorporated in the mosque or in any service. Whereas some of the other members of the faith think that music should be in the mosque and in services. And this started with Quranic chanting, where people would read the Quran, but when they read the Quran, they don't just read it aloud. They chant it to a rhythm and to a beat. And this is also true with the Islamic call to prayer. Some members of the faith try to make it more rhythmic and add instruments to it to make it more like a song. And so this rhythmic call to prayer and the rhythmic reading of the Quran formed into what we now know as Islamic music, with the chanting and noises.
Sufi, what are you doing? I'm do you know, I'm gonna talk about Islamic dance is a very important portion of Muslim culture. For instance, the whirling dervishes, a class of Sufi dance, is very popular and one of the most well-known dances all over the world. And the main difference, though, between many religions and Islam is that the dances for Islam are very much based on where you're from. In Indonesia, they have different dances than they do, for instance, Afghanistan. And today we have a real live Muslim, Idris Ibrahim, here today with us.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Chris.
So Idris, you're from Afghanistan, correct?
Yes.
And so were there any particular dances that are popular in your country?
Well, you see, Chris, we have in these weddings. You call it weddings?
Si.
So in these weddings, we have the dance called Atan, where we go in a circle and we clap in the middle, and then we go out and spin. I would like to show you an example here.
Yes, please.
So you go like this, and then you spin.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Very impressive, very impressive.
Thank you very much.
So that's basically just like one of the main dances of your culture?
Yes, we do that at most weddings.
Most weddings? What was the last wedding you went to?
A few months ago in Afghanistan.
And that's all the time we have. Thank you very much.
Muslims gotta eat.
Muslims gonna skate.
Wow, this is really interesting. Except for it's not Islam. Falafel. Hey, left! Right!
I admire the geometric patterns on the rug. You can see the pattern going all the way around it, representing the infiniteness of Allah. And you can see the patterns inside representing the Quran. Okay, stop. You need to be at like that Islamic calligraphy. No, I'm gonna flip it when you're looking at my face. Don't look back down.
What?
I'm gonna okay? Are you still filming?
No.
Very important to. Oh my God! Practice is called Islamic calligraphy. No! Islamic calligraphy. Calligraphy is important. Are you serious, dude? Can someone else film this, please? This practice is called Islamic calligraphy. Calligraphy is important because it's what describes Allah. These infinite patterns represent the infiniteness of Allah. This became important to their culture because this is what was used to represent their God and what was used to describe him, because they can't use idols or any images of either Muhammad or of God. So calligraphy became very important because this is what they used to describe both Allah and Muhammad.
This is for Allah.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh God, dude, wait. He actually got a patch. Oh man.
Almsgiving.